Men aren't obsessed with women anymore, and it's weird. These men are more into themselves than they are women. They expect a woman to buy them flowers and chocolate. In their mind, they're the catch, and women should chase them. But that was never how it was intended to be. As men by nature, we are hunters. Women are the catch. We gotta put the work in. But these men are too self-absorbed, and they expect a woman to do everything.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So this was a clip that was sent to me by a subscriber, and just to let y'all know, I always keep my email in the description for guys that want me to react to certain clips or whatever the case may be, or if you have a foreign testimonials. And if you aren't familiar, I have a playlist called Foreign Testimonials where guys that have dated abroad or married abroad share their story with me, and then I share it with everyone else. All right, so I want to address this clip real quick, and again, I got about 3 more clips to play for you guys. In this clip, I think he kind of missed a few things here. And this is what I mean when I talk about these guys that are pandering to women. And I salute y'all, man, because it's a real easy hustle. Because when women will buy pretty much anything you sell them as long as you tell them what they want to hear. But what he missed was when he said men are have become self-absorbed. I think that's where he kind of got it wrong at. I think men have become more aware of the dating market and the changes in women, as far as their way of thinking, thanks to the feminist movement and women empowerment. And I think men have took it upon themselves to pretty much do the same thing, focus on themselves and bettering themselves. I mean, not only for themselves, but so that way they can be a better mate for these set women. So I'm like, and that's whether you a passport bro or not. I don't really care. But at the end of the day, even before I got into this movement, I was always about self-improvement simply because I wanted better options and I wanted better results before I took my first trip over from America, which is what I'm doing now. So with that in mind, I think that's where he kind of lost it at because come on, y'all. Like, really? Don't get me wrong. Like, you shouldn't be obsessed with women. Because I'm gonna show y'all a clip that I know all y'all are familiar with that'll debunk that myth anyway. All right, on to the next clip.
What percentage of men do you find attractive?
Maybe like 1%.
1% of men you find attractive.
Maybe like 0.5.
Not very many, like maybe 5 to 10%.
15%.
15%?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is very low. I really don't know. Probably like under 10.
Under 10%.
Yeah.
Okay.
10%. Top 10%. Yeah.
What percent?
It's like I say all the time, bro. You let these women talk long enough, ask the right questions, eventually they will tell on themselves. Every single one of those women at that table, you didn't hear a number higher than 15%. 15%. Now, I won't say any of the women were unattractive at that table, but none of them were knockouts either. For women, beauty is common. The kind of men that they're referring to are very, very, very rare. And they need to understand that these men are aware of how rare they are. It's the reason why you don't really see those kind of men settling down, whether that's the top 10 for 10, 15% in looks, financial status, whatever the case may be. But the funny thing about it is that even though these women recognize how rare they are, they still think they're the catch. They still feel entitled to not compete for these men. And then y'all want to get mad because the quote unquote undesirables are going elsewhere to find wives that are just as, if not more attractive than the women here. I'm like, and another thing too, just to throw a little stat out there, y'all do know that there's more fit men in this country than in the US than there are women. Like, keep that in mind too while y'all over here talking 5, 10, 15%. Because I think that's a little bit, I think that's a little berserk. Just saying. All right, on to the next clip.
Up after you, it is not required of me to make your plate, right? Like, I am not your mom. I'm not required to clean up after you. I'm not required to cook for you. I'm not required to do anything for you, right? Because you did not come out of me. I'm not your mom. As a man, as a person, as a human being, you should have been taught life skills to be self-sufficient. It's not a requirement for me to take care of you. If I want to do something out of the kindness of my heart, that's on me. If I do not want to do it, I'm not doing it. How about you make my plate? How about I cooked? Why don't you say to me, babe, why don't you go sit down? I'm going to make your plate. How much would you like?
They completely skipped over the fact that you just cooked for them.
Right.
They don't give a
No.
Forget that you cooked. You also have to serve. So
All right, now that last clip, I reacted to that before, but that was a different part. I don't know who those two women are. They must started a podcast or something. I haven't seen it on YouTube, only on TikTok. But based on the woman's logic that was speaking, y'all heard her right. She specifically said, "You didn't come out of me. I'm not your mom." Kind of reminds you of how they was trying to come at Austin, right? Okay. So based on a woman's logic, a man that if you were expecting a man to pay all the bills, then that would be me treating you like a daughter, right? That would be me treating you like a kid, right? Because kids don't pay bills, right? I'm just saying. See, this is what I mean, fellas, when women speak in their feelings. They so quick to say what sounds good and feels good that the logic literally escapes their brain. And it's like, okay, now, this is why I wish women like her would hop on panels like Fresh and Fit and try to hit you with that logic, or bring men on and try to hit you with that logic. Because the moment you flip it on them, the first thing that's gonna come out of their mouth is like, oh nah, he's a man, he's supposed to provide. So in other words, men are still held to traditional standards, why women are not. And this is just a prime example why. And also another prime example of why men are not obsessed with women anymore. Because the things that men valued in women are like these women, they think like this. Because those things that we value, this is how they view it. So why would a man be obsessed with that? That doesn't make any sense. All right. One last clip, man, and this is an oldie but goodie. This is the one I was referring to at the beginning. Check this out.
The good guy is never appreciated.
Respect for women, ultra respect for women. But then, like I was liking this girl in Tan, and I'm extra nice, extra gentleman. I'm extra just like, oh, you're beautiful and you deserve the best. And she told me I was too nice. I couldn't believe it. It wouldn't work because I was too nice. That was the ultimate stab in the back. So I went through a week of just going, forget it. I'm just gonna be like them, because they seem to get the girls and they call girls the B word, and they smack and beat, and they're getting girls, and I'm going, peace, and I think you're beautiful, and they're going, well, I like it, I'm masculine. I mean.
And there you have it, straight from the horse's mouth. One of the greatest rappers of all time, Tupac. Even he went through this. And you know how much women adored him and loved him growing up. You know what I mean? Especially if you're around the same age range as me. So imagine that, man. Tupac was the good guy at one point. Put on this thug persona because he noticed the same things that we notice in the dating market now. See, what the guy from the first clip doesn't understand is that because of spaces like this on YouTube, the veil, you know what I mean? Like, the veil has been revealed and men cannot unsee what they have seen. Men have accepted, men have adapted. You know what I mean? The RP is accepting this. Adapting, if you want to say that was the passport bro movement, you won't get any pushback from me on it, especially considering I'm in Barranquilla right now. So once again, man, it's not that. I think that man just needs to understand that, I don't think it's ever going to go back to that. I'm like, there's just been too much revealed about female nature. I'm like, and at the end of the day, it's really up to them to do something about it. Men can only adapt and do what they need to do, so that way they can continue to build their own legacy, whether that is in the States or going overseas. All right. Either way, I support, man. I just want to see men win at the end of the day. All right. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hitting that bell notification. That way y'all know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm. Helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the traveling vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. And y'all want to check that out, man, because I just they did like this pre-party parade thing. It was lit, bro. It was so lit that I had to break it down into 2 parts. And I'll be posting part 2 probably in the next day or two. All right. So, to the next video, you guys. Deuces.